About the issue of climate change in American politics.
There is a cooling and there's a heating. I mean, look, it used to not be climate change. It used to be global warming, right? That wasn't working too well.
Boosting fossil fuel development has been a priority.
We're going to cancel billions and billions of dollars in payments to the United Nations climate change program.
The firestorm officials had feared becoming a reality, with a third out-of-control wildfire exploding overnight.
So, can I have your name?
Cristobal Miguel.
And where did you grow up?
I grew up in Seaside, which is like 15 minutes that way, 31 years ago. I'm 34 now.
Could you tell me about your relationship with the environment, specifically and where you grew up?
It is something that I hold dear to me, to myself. Something about the ocean and the greenery and what it does to the psyche. I mean, there's already been a bunch of studies on it. I just didn't know how to put it into big boy words. But growing up, you just feel good. You hear the frequencies, the white noise or whatever you might call it, and how that calms and soothes the brain and the body as well. And then you see just vegetation everywhere and what that does when you see a pretty flower, and how excited you get when you see the sunset and sunrise. And no one teaches you to appreciate these things, you just do. You just, like, one day you're like, that's freaking cool. And then you have all these hills and some of the most iconic landscapes in the world. You go to Big Sur, you go past that way, and it's unbelievable. And it's honestly shaped, somehow, without even knowing it, shaped the person who I am now and the appreciation I have for everything from big to small.
I see you're at a political protest. And how does the political state of how things are right now in California and America as a whole, how does that, with the environment, how does that affect you?
Today, it's something that really inspires me, something that really sparks hope, and that's that everybody comes from all kinds of, you name it, we have it here. And there's so many flags that have mixed things that have been not put in the same sentence. So you have the pride flag with an American flag, you have Mexican and American flags, and everything within that context. So that's something, when I turned the corner maybe an hour ago, I didn't cry because I didn't want to. That's wholeheartedly the truth. In all the years that I lived here, I've never seen that show that much ever. I think it's a great privilege, and I think we've done such a great job as a race to start saying, hey, let's save the world. What a concept that is, and what a privilege. The reason I say privilege is because I'm from El Salvador. There's no such thing as saving the planet. We just throw trash everywhere because we don't know better. Our day-to-day is so filled with, where's jobs at? Am I going to be able to feed my kids? There's no bus coming in because it's rain, so I can't go to work, and what's that going to do down the line? So I think we've done a great job, and we're going to continue to do a great job. And that's the optimistic side of me. El Salvador, their structure has just night and day. The reason I left El Salvador when I left in 1993 with my parents and all that jazz, my dad filed for asylum because there was war going on and people were just getting murdered left and right. And man, my dad tells me his stories, seeing dead bodies everywhere, almost getting shot multiple times, and all this other stuff, right? So he's like, we gotta go. We gotta get out of here. And so that was 1993, and then fast forward to now, there's been a unimaginable change where our president, the current president, completely said no more gangs. We're not holding it to that. So they started jailing everybody they thought they were in connection with the MS-13, one of the most brutal gangs in the world. They were chopping people, whole villages, Y'all would hear that all the time. Mom's like, hey, your cousin died, blah, 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 you know, blah, 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 you know. So all of a sudden he's like, you know, I'm done, I'm tired of this. So he went in the office and started just cleaning house. And a lot of people that aren't part of El Salvador and sitting from far away, they say we're removing their human rights, but you're not close to the problem. It's easy for you to say you didn't see villages getting slaughtered and this and that. I believe that sometimes this is the way. This is what had to be done. And now you have families. You see a economy that's booming now, and if you ever go there, you have some of the happiest people because they don't have to go through freaking death anymore. They don't fear dying. So there's a great, I think that's a big reason why I appreciate the biggest and smallest things here, is because of that. That's what I had as the starting point. I'm beyond privileged, and I try to, there's times where I sit down and I try to run the numbers and the statistics on how am I here, in a sense. Like, I came from a small village in El Salvador, and now I'm here in one of the most beautiful places in the world. And it's really hard to think of how the environment has changed my life, because I can't see myself without the love that I have for all this, for nature. When I see little squirrels running around, when I see deer, little baby deer, it's that time, or little ducklings passing by here. You know, there's this just unbelievable amount of love I have for nature, and no one taught me why I should care about that stuff. I think that just plays a bigger role on humanity and how we've evolved together with nature to appreciate it and what it does for you. I mean, you can look up the statistics of what a walk does for you in like a forest, and what does calming water. When you're at YouTube and you look up like calming things, it's always like white noise, water running, rainforest, things like that, and that's all nature's, man. So you can just imagine the science behind that, and why a lot of people are inclined to go on nature walks, or are healthier, or live longer in cities that are more have more plants and trees and are closer to the water, things like that. So yeah,
Absolutely.
that's me.